Please state your name for the video.
My name's Kyle.
And do you give me permission to share this video with my classmates and teacher?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, how long were you in foster care before you were adopted?
About 4 years.
Okay. Do you feel like that was a long process, being adopted?
The actual adoption process was.
How long did it take?
It took almost a year just to get through from when they started.
Why do you think it took so long?
I guess just because parents had to sign over rights and everything, and just had to work out all the stuff in court.
Okay. Did you feel different after you were adopted?
Yeah.
How did you feel different?
Just felt new to me, really didn't know what it was going to be like until you kind of let time pass by and get used to it.
Right. Well, you were with your foster dad for quite some time, so why did you think anything would change?
Just the fact that I guess I'd not really be stuck there, but that was like there's no going back to your parents, you know.
Was it a hard thing to accept that you weren't going to go back to your parents?
Sort of, not really.
After being adopted, did you feel disconnected from your biological family?
Not much, because going through foster care and stuff, I couldn't talk to him that much in the beginning and stuff, and my adopted dad allowed me to actually talk to him, stuff like that. He didn't allow no contact.
Okay. Did you change your last name after being adopted?
No.
Why not?
I mean, he wanted me to, but it was really more like just used to having that last name and didn't really want to change it up after this much time.
Did you feel like if you changed your last name, you would be disconnecting yourself from your family and changing your identity?
Not really that. It's just I want to keep my family name going as well for my kids.
That's understandable. Do you feel like your life has changed for the better or for the worse during this process?
The better, but I mean, there's bad parts and hard parts through it too.
So your biological family is involved. So, do you feel your relationship with them is different than before?
It's different, but it's almost a stronger relationship, because I mean, I talk to him more than I could have before the adoption.
Do you feel you're treated different by people when sharing you are adopted, like friends, family, strangers?
Not really. I don't really tell strangers, but my friends and stuff, they accept it, they understand.
And what are your feelings about your adopted dad and his family?
I mean, of course I love him, or I wouldn't have been through it, but in your actual family, you don't really have favorites, but kind of I have my favorites in his family, like who seems to be there the most for him and who seems to accept me the most and stuff like that.
Will you share that you were adopted when you have children?
Yeah, I'll tell him.
Okay, why will you share that information?
Just because they need to know my background, where I come from.
When you have children, do you feel that your bio family or your adoptive family will be more involved?
I don't know who would really be more involved until the time comes, but I try to make them both equally as involved.
Does your bio family and adoptive family get along well?
Yes, they don't talk much besides my adopted dad talking to my biological family. But yeah, they get along well.
What problems do you think you have from being taken away from your biological family, if any?
Just kind of not really try to let myself open up to people, and like always have a thought, even if I do trust somebody, back in my mind that anything could happen and everybody has their secrets and dirt, and I don't know, just feel like everybody's going to screw me over eventually.
You think you fear abandonment because of that?
Not really. It's just not fear of abandonment. It's just fear of like it's within myself, like thinking they're just gonna not really abandon me, but not be who I think they are.
Do you feel your biological family wasn't who you thought they were?
Well, I mean, when you're younger and you get older, they keep things from you anyways. And where I was younger, well, not too young, but I wasn't at the age of where they'd tell me everything before I went into foster care and stuff. So, I mean, when you do learn that stuff, you do have a different perspective in a way. They're still the same people.
How old are you? How old were you when you went into state's care?
13,
And how old were you when you were adopted?
17,
How many foster homes were you in?
just one.
Do you feel that you were lucky to have just been in one foster home?
Yes, and lucky for the person who I got.
Do you share the same religion as your foster dad?
Yeah, but I did before.
Okay, so you don't think it would be different if you weren't adopted?
I just think I have I'm stronger into it because he kind of didn't really force me, but kind of got me going to church way more than I'd ever went before.
What problems would you say you have had during this process?
Probably just knowing like I didn't have that. I could have had this life in my actual biological family and stuff. Just thinking about what I could have had and won't ever be.
Have you had trouble in relationships?
Somewhat, but it's not really because of that. It's more because of myself. I guess it is because of that. Because over time, stuff makes you like have a shell around yourself.
So you feel like you're building up a wall?
Yeah, something like that.
Have you ever been in trouble with the law?
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Not too much. Just not doing the right things and getting caught up in some stuff I didn't need to be. And he literally, that's what he didn't want me to end up doing, and had gave me so many chances and tried so many times to get me to quit what I was doing. And then it happened, and I felt real stupid.
So even after you get in trouble, he still allowed you to live with him?
Yes, at first he didn't want me to, but he understood I really had nowhere to go.
So you feel like he's been more supportive than your biological family?
Yes, because he's been there the most, but it's not like they haven't supported me.
But do you feel like he's been more forgiving for you getting in trouble?
I think it affected him more. So, yes, he had to be more forgiving because it affected him the most, and I'm still, here and everything.
That's understandable. Could you give me a brief description of what you think your life would be like if you weren't adopted?
Probably I wouldn't know who I'd be living with anyways. I know it'd be a family member, but like I was living with my grandpa before, and then he ended up passing away after I moved here, and if I'd still lived with him and he passed away while I was there, it would have been, it was really hard. I didn't think I was going to make it through it, but it would have affected me so much more because I wouldn't know where I would have went anyways if he died when I was living with him.
Could you imagine what your life would be like if you weren't adopted? Where do you think you'd be today?
I honestly don't know. Probably with aunt, maybe. I don't know. I probably would have ended up being placed with somebody within my family. But I would have been a different person.
How do you think you would have been a different person?
Just not as, like, where I hadn't been through that, I would have not grown as much as a person.
Okay, thank you for sharing.